card games. It is I, Kaiba the Pug, and I insisted on being here today, as I've been here the last 2 episodes, for the finale of Dollarama Wars of Destiny. Yes, it is the last episode of the Dollarama Wars of Destiny for quite a while, because we just don't have money for cards anymore for my daddy, unfortunately. Daddy has to save up his monies to pay for me to go see the doctor in July, and he's got to pay off all that stupid money on this car, which we're getting closer, peoples. We're getting very, very close. We're like over halfway now to the finish line of paying off this car, and that's a good thing. My daddy says that hopefully come October or November, we might be able to start doing the Dollarama Draws of Destiny again. But in the meantime, this is going to be the final episode for several months, and we hope that you guys will enjoy it. And I'm going to do my bestest to help my daddy. And today, I'm going to crack some of the packs. That's what I decided. Daddy's going to do the bundle, but I want to do some of the packs. So, Daddy, set it up so we can get started. Yes, Kaiba. You coming over? Yes, I am. I am coming over. Here I am. I am awesome. I am the most possum pug ever. As Kaiba said, it is Dollarama Draws of Destiny. We have our 2 packs and our bundle to finish off the last episode of the series for quite a while. The longest running series on the channel. And this will be the longest pause in this series ever since I started the channel. So there was a while there where I'd only do an episode every 2 or 3 weeks. But I mean, since basically since my partner and I split up, I've been trying to do this as a regular weekly episode thing. And it's been a lot of fun, and it's been a really good time with all the people who've tuned in to see the episodes. But unfortunately, it is what it is. And so, Kaiba, you ready? I am ready, Daddy. Okay, here we go. I see a Wizened Whiptide. It's a 0/5 for 2 any view. And whenever you cast a kick spell, this scene becomes a 5/5 until end of turn. It's not so bad. It's not so good either, though, because we don't pay. Daddy doesn't have a daily the kicky stuff. Eldrazi Sky Spawner. That's a new one for Daddy, I think. It's a 2 and a blue for a 2/1, and it has flying. And when it enters, you get to make a Scion. And yeah, you can sacrifice the Scion to get colorless mana. It's good times. Good times. Next, we have a Displace. Exile 2 target creatures you control and then return them to the battlefield under the owner's control. That's pretty good. It's a good spell for Daddy's decks. You can put that in your buddy deck, Daddy. Yes, that's a good idea, Kaiba. Thank you. I am so smart. I pay attention to my daddy's card games. Even though I really don't care that much. I pay attention. Electrostatic Bolt. 1 red. It deals 2 damage to a creature. And if that creature is an artifact creature, it deals 4 damage instead. Okie doke. So far, the best card is definitely the Displace, I think. But we keep going. Ooh, Thassa's Bounty. 5 in a view, target player draw 3 cards, and then put the top 3 cards of his or her library into his or her graveyard. That's probably pretty good for your blue deck, too. Your blue deck can get some more boosters again, maybe. I probably actually won't change my blue deck much anymore, Kaiba. I'm pretty sure it's pumped up to the max that it can possibly be at this point. Well, whatever. Now it's a Grand Ball Gist. It's a 1 and a red, and it's a 2/2. And when he gets a +1/+1 and trample, it allows 2 or more non-named permanents into the battlefield under your control this turn. So if you can play 2 creatures or a creature and an enchantment or something, he gets to become a 3/3 and have trample. That's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. And he's shiny. Ooh. Kinjali Sunwing. That's a new dinosaur for Daddy. Daddy's never pulled that one before. 2 and a white, flying, 2/3, and all the creatures your opponents control into the battlefield tapped. That's definitely got to go in your dinosaur deck, Daddy. That's going to be huge help to your dinosaur deck. Yes, it is, Kaiba. That's definitely the new card of the pack. Now there's a Militant Inquisitor. It's a 2 and a white for a 2/3. And he gets +1/+0 for every equipment you control. So he can get pretty big if you're playing artifacts and stuff. But yeah, he needs a cleric. Daddy likes clerics. Yes, I do. Now he's a Train of Thought. 1 in a blue, and you can replicate it for another 1 in a blue. And you get to draw a card. So every time you pay 1 in a blue, when you pay this spell, you get to draw that many more cards. So yeah, you can draw lots and lots of cards if you have the mana. That's pretty good too. There's some good cards in this pack, Daddy. Glaive of the Guild pack. Equipped creature gets +1/+0 for every gate you control and has vigilance and menace. That's pretty good. It costs 3 to equip and 2 to put it on the play. I think that's a good card, Daddy. That is a pretty good card, Kaiba. What else you got? You got a hot dash cinder. That's a hard word to say. 1 and a wed for a 1/1, and he has haste. And when he comes into play, he gets +6/+0 until the turn, where X is the number of red mana symbols in the red mana costs of the permanents you control. So basically your devotion to red. That's kind of good too. He can become really, really high in power, and then he swings 1 time and dies. But you could maybe, if you find a way to give him trample, you can make him do a lot of damage or something. They got the Jun Sojourners, black and green and red for a 3/2. And when you cycle him or he's put into the graveyard from the battlefield, you can deal 1 damage to a creature or a pair. It's okay. You can cycle it for the 2 and the red. And then there's an Act of Treason, 2 in the red. Gain control of target creature until end of turn. Untap it. It gains haste until end of turn. I'm not sure if you have that one yet, Daddy, but if you don't, that's a good one for the walls deck that you're building. And if you do, it's still a good card. Yes, it is, Kaiba. It's a very good card. Sunderwing Growth. 2 green or white, or a mix of the 2. Destroy an artifact, enchantment, and then populate. It's interesting. It's an interesting card too. And a new one for Daddy's collection. Lots of new cards for Daddy's collection today. And then a Dwick's Fate Maker. 3 in a green for a 3/2. When he enters, you put a +1/+1 counter on a creature. And each creature with a +1/+1 counter on it has trample. And this guy can be warped in and out, so he can do his ability a couple of times, which is kind of cool. So yeah, there was lots of good stuff in that pack. Daddy, show them all the good stuff in the pack. See, you got all the good stuff in that pack. Yes, I'm pretty happy. I give Daddy the best luck when it comes to these pulls. Right, Daddy? Yes, Kaiba. For whatever reason, whenever you open the packs, you seem to do a much better job than Daddy does. That's white. Now, Daddy, open the second pack, because my paws is all dirty. And we're going to make the next pack be just as good as the first pack, because I have the luck. I have all the luck. And then Daddy's going to open his bundle, and it's going to be poop. That's what's going to happen, because I'm awesome and you're not. Kaiba. Sorry, that was probably mean. It was also true, but it's mean. Dutiful Griffin. Daddy, I'm supposed to be doing it. Sorry. It's a Dutiful Griffin. He's 3 and 2 white, and he's a 4/4 with flying, and 2 and a white, and you can sacrifice the enchantments. 2 of those. 2. And then you can return him from the graveyard to your hand. Ooh. Daddy, you pulled another Ornthaka. This guy's cool. So he's 3 and 2 white for a 3/3. When he comes in to pay, you can pay tribute 2. So somebody either has to give you 2 +1/+1 counters and make him a 5/5. So then he becomes a 5/5 with flying, which is pretty good. Or if he doesn't get the 2 counters, you get to make 2 birdies. Yay, birdies. Tragics, yep. Target creature get -1/-1. But if that creature... If a creature died this turn when you play this, then that creature gets -13/-13 instead, which is pretty good for 1 black. That's a really good hit, Daddy. You should put that one to the front. Volcanic Strength. 1 in a red. Enchant creature. The enchanted creature gets +2/+2 and has mountain... Ooh! Daddy's never pulled one of those before. That's a good one, Daddy. Yeah, that one definitely beats the Tragic Slip even, I think. Crafty Octopus. This is one of those unset cards that Daddy's going to have to put into the fake decks later. But it's a 2 and a blue for a 1/3. And apparently it's a Octopus Wiggle. And when it enters the battlefield, it assembles a contraption. Weird. I don't know what a contraption is. Ooh, we got a fire diamond in it. Shiny. Shiny, shiny, shiny. That's a new one for Daddy's collection too. Dungeon Geist. 2 and 2 blue for a 3/3 with flying. It's a spirit. And when it enters the battlefield, you tap on a creature an opponent controls. And that creature doesn't get to untap during the end. For as long as you control... during its controller's untap step for as long as you control Dungeon Geist. So if they find a way to untap it and then it gets tapped again, they still can't untap it. That's crazy. That's a good card. You got a legendary, Daddy! But he's a Spider-Man card, so it's kind of like a hit or miss. Spider Slayer. Hatred Honed. 2 for a 2/1. Looks like it's colorless, which is interesting. Whenever it deals damage to a spider, you get to destroy that creature. That's sad. You can pay 6 and you can exile this, and then you get to create 2 colorless robot artifact creature tokens with flying. That's good. It's expensive though, and it's a 2/1, which is bad. I think that the Mountain Walk card might still be the best one, but there's lots of good stuff there. Evangel of Helioid. 4 and 2 white for a 1/3. When he enters the battlefield, you get to put a 1/1 white soldier token onto your battlefield equal to your devotion to white. Ooh. So when he comes into play, he makes a whole bunch of friends. Because at the minimum, he's going to make 2 of those because he's got 2 devotion already. And yeah, that's a good card, Daddy. You put that one to the front. Malfunction. Artifact or creature gets enchanted. And when it enters the battlefield, you tap the enchanted thingy. And it doesn't untap during its controller's untap step. Okay. Even Trailblazer. 2 and a white for a 2 with star at the back. Is flying. And its toughness is equal to the number of basic land types of lands you control. So you want to put this into a deck that has 5 colors. Because then it becomes a 2/5. Otherwise, it's going to be kind of weaker. But it's still kind of a cool card for Daddy's collection because he doesn't have that one yet. So we're doing good. This pack has a lot of stuff that Daddy's never pulled before. There's a feisty Stegosaurus. So you see, this is what you can do. Daddy, you get out the octopus again. See, when you play the octopus, you can play the octopus on top of the Stegosaurus like this, and then it becomes a crafty octopus Stegosaurus. Or you can play the Stegosaurus on top of the octopus and becomes a feisty octopus Stegosaurus. See, they're weird like that. Anywho, so the Stegosaurus guy, he says, when he enters the battlefield, you get to roll a 6-sided die, and then he deals damage equal to the result to target creature an opponent controls. That's a yacht though for a 2/1. So I don't think that's a good one, probably. There's a forest, and it's pretty. Pretty forest. And then, ooh, I think that's an older card. Daddy? No, 2003, buddy. Ah, close. But it counts as a kitty cat, which is good. 3 and a green for a 3/2 with provoke. When it attacks, you may have target creature defending player controls untap and block it. Ooh, that's kind of interesting. And it can't be blocked by more than 1 creature. Huh. So it's like it has menace. Or no, opposite of menace. And then, Emissary of Soulfire. When it enters the battlefield, you get 3 energy, and you can pay 2 energy to put an exalted counter on a creature you control. And whenever a creature you control attacks alone, it gets +1/+1 until end of turn for each of the exalted permanents you control. So you could make it very, very powerful if you let it attack by itself. I mean, this was a really, really good pack, Daddy. You got almost all the cards are brand new to you. And you got a legendary. So we finished this series off with a legendary at least because it's been a couple of weeks since you pulled one. And I am pessimist. So are you sure you don't want me to do the bundle, Daddy? Because I think you should let me do the bundle. Because your luck is really good right now. I'm going to take a drink and I'll let you think about it. Alright, Kaiba, you want to do the bundle? Yeah, I kind of want to do the bundle. Sniffing the bundle. Smells okay. I don't know if you're going to get the good ones though, Daddy. Hey! This bundle didn't come with any sleeves, but it came with 4 packs of cards instead, which is interesting. That is unusual. I thought you were always guaranteed sleeves. Apparently not. It's a random mix of everything there. Neat. Okay. Well, Kaiba, you are apparently very lucky, as you say, because you pulled the only pack that the only bundle I've opened that has 4 packs. I told you, Daddy, I am the bestest. You should organize them in the order of the most cards to the least cards. So the one that has the most cards should go first, and then the last one should be the other ones. Okay, that's what we'll do then. Good boy. Good Daddy. Did you just say good boy to me? Shush. Don't dwell on it, Daddy. Okay, what's the first bundle pack, Daddy? The first bundle pack is a 10 card pack. Yay! The 10 card packs are pretty good sometimes, and not so good sometimes. But I'm going to say that the one I open is going to be pretty good. That's what I think. When I get home, I'm going to get meat sticks for this again. And Daddy, you're going to film the meat stick part too, okay? And this time, remember the microphone, because the Hoomans want to hear me make all the chomp chomps. Soul Savage, 2 and a black, return up to 2. Daddy, what are you doing? Me. I want to do it. Sorry. Soul Savage, 2 and a black, return up to 2 target creatures from your graveyard to your hand. That's a good one. Good start, good start. See, I told you, Daddy, I'm the lucky one. Dawnheart Disciple, 1 and a green for a 2/2 whenever a Hooman enters under your control other than this one. This gun gets +1/+1 until end of turn. That's not so bad. You could make that one become very, very big if you play it in like a token deck or something, Daddy. Bubble Belt Maverick, 1 green for Human Detective. When he enters the battlefield, you get to Surveyor 2. And then you can pay a green and exile him from your graveyard to put a +1/+1 counter on a creature. Yeah, it's interesting. Also, a brand new card for Daddy again. Skirk Prospector. This is a good one too. Daddy only had 1 copy of this before. Daddy wants to make 2 goblin decks. So now you have an extra one, Daddy. And whenever you sacrifice the goblin, you get to add red for a red mana. So that's really, really good for Daddy's future goblin deck that he wants to build. And then next we have a Weave Soul. 1 in a black. Destroy a creature with power 3 or less. That one's probably not the bestest, but it's a brand new one again still, Daddy. Pitchburn Devils. 4 in a red for a 3/3. And when it dies, it deals 3 damage to a creature or player. That's kind of nice. It's a little expensive, but it's kind of nice. And it's new. Ooh, Cannibalize. Is that an old one, Daddy? Yes, Kaiba, you got an old school card now. Yay! I got a legendary and an old school card today. I am so possum. I am pugtastic, even. So this one says it's 1 in a black, and you get to choose 2 target creatures controlled by 1 player. And you remove one of those creatures from the game, and then you get to put 2 +1/+1 counters on the other creature. That's kind of cool. Daddy, be careful. You're moving too many cards at once. Okay. What I wish? That's a hard one to say. What I wish? 2 in the black for 3/2. Whenever what I wish or another creature you control dies, you get to scry one though. That's pretty good in a goblin deck too. Your goblin deck is going to be really good when you make your green, black, red goblin deck, Daddy. Digi Recluse. Always nice to have an extra spider that has reach and death touch. That's a solid card, Daddy. And the last of the 10 cards is Improvise Club. 1 in a red. Costs an extra creature or an artifact has to be sacrificed to play this card though. And then it deals 4 damage to any target. So you have to give something up, but you get to deal 4 damage, which is good. And it's a Lord of the Wingy card that you didn't have yet in your collection, Daddy. See? I am so good at this. You should just let me open all the cards when you go back to having cards again, Daddy. What's next? What's next? I want to get through this and then go home and eat my meat sticks. Is that really the next one that's thick? Apparently so. Okay. The next thickest pack is a Paquette Spells pack. 6 cards, all apparently spells. I'm assuming since every card in the game except for lands is spells, that essentially this means that this pack has no lands. But otherwise, it should have basically anything. Alright, Daddy. Open that. There's lots of Hoomans that are starting to show up at the park, Daddy, so we probably should get going soon too. Yes, you're probably right. Alright, we start with a Cleansing Wildfire. 1 in a red. Destroy target land. Its controller can search your library for basic land and put it into the battlefield tapped, then shuffle their library. And you get to draw a card. That's a pretty good card, Daddy. And you got 2 of them. And then you got a Flame Jab. Deals 1 damage to target creature or player, and then you can retrace this by paying it from your graveyard. You discard a land, and then you pay the red in addition. That's probably not so good. Warp and Flames. Apparently this is the red pack. Deals 1 damage to each of up to 3 target creatures. Those creatures can't block this turn. That's a good one, Daddy. That's a very good one. Oh, I was wrong. There's a Snakeskin Veil. That's a green. And it's a good card, too. Always good to have extra copies of Snakeskin Veil. And we finish with Gift of Orzhov. Or Orzhova. What's Orzhova, Daddy? I don't know. 1 and 2 white or 2 black. Or a mix of the 2. And you enchant the creature, and the enchanted creature gets +1/+1 and has flying and lifelink. That's a really good one, Daddy. And it's a new one for you, too. Those were all new except for the Snakeskin Veil. I suppose technically the second Cleansing Wildfire isn't a new one since the first one's a new one, but I still am doing really, really good. Okay, the next pack has 4, and the last pack looks like it might have 3. So we're going to do the next pack, which has 4, and it's a 4-pack that has a guaranteed wear. Ooh. I wonder what the whale will be. Remember correctly, the rare is at the front. So we're going to put it, we're going to go in the backwards order this time, Kaiba. Okay, Daddy. You flip from the top then. I'm ready. First one is a Creeping Peeper. 1 in a blue for 2/1. You can tap this to add a blue. And you can only use it to cast an enchantment or unlock a door or turn a permanent face up. Those are still really good things in the Dustmourne set, but yeah. I mean, you're going to eventually build a Wombs deck, and that'll probably be pretty helpful with the Wombs deck. Next up, Ferez Band Trumper. It's a Trumper. He's 3 in a green for a 3/3 Centaur Warrior. And whenever he becomes untapped, you get to put a +1/+1 counter on him. So he gets bigger every time you attack with him, which is good. Hey, it's a good card, Daddy. And another new one. All these are new so far. Oh, I jinxed it. That's a bad one. You've got that many, many times. Although it is still a good card because 2 in a red gets you a first strike with 2/3. There's nothing wrong with that. And whenever you cycle a card, this thing gets +2/+0 until end of turn. So Daddy doesn't really play cycling, so that's why this isn't so useful. But otherwise, it's still a really good card, Daddy. I think you should give the monkey some love. And finally, the yes card in this pack is the where? Body of Knowledge. Ooh, Daddy, you pulled another Body of Knowledge. It's like your third copy, but it's a good card to have. You should put that into your mono blue deck. It has power and toughness equal to the number of cards in your hand, and your hand size is unlimited. And it deals damage, you get to draw that many cards. Or when it's dealt damage, sorry. When it gets hurt, you get to draw cards. So it gets bigger. That is pretty cool, Daddy. Pretty cool. I am so good at this. I am the most bestest ever. What's the last one, Daddy? What's the last one? Is it something really, really special? I think it's something really, really special. You show me the really, really special one, Daddy. Show me first. Are you looking, Kaiba? No. I'm looking at stuff outside. Okay, show the camera people now. It's the premium pack. You pulled a premium pack, Kaiba. That's awesome. We didn't get the mythic pack, which is only one card, but that is still really cool. Only foils and rares in this pack. You did good, boy. I know. I am the bestest at this. You should give me lots of love later. And lots of tweets. Because I am so awesome. Okay, so I have 3 cards, and they're all going to be super cool. Are you ready to see the last 3 cards of the Dollarama Draws of Destiny for a long, long time? I'm going to do them. Here I go. First one is the Black Staff of Waterdeep. Ooh, Daddy doesn't have that one yet. It is a good-looking one. You may choose not to untap the Black Staff of Waterdeep during your untap step. Then you can pay 1 in a blue, tap this, and another target non-token artifact you control becomes a 4/4 creature for as long as this thing remains tapped. That's kind of cool. It only costs 1 to put into play too, so it's kind of cheap. And it's legendary, Daddy. Legendary. What's next, Daddy? What's next? Is a turtle! I like turtles. Angular turtle specifically. 5 and 2 blue for 5/7. He has hexproof. And creatures your opponents control attack each combat if able. He makes them all attack all the time. That's crazy. It's a crazy turtle. And this one looks like it's going to be a hollow one because it's Cody. Let's see what the hollow one is, Daddy. Can I see it first? Oh, it looks good. Here it is. Whoopshoo Spire! Enters the battlefield tapped. When it enters, you have to sacrifice it unless you pay 1. And then you can tap it to add 1 mana of any color. It's a very nice land. It's like a command tower, but you have to pay an extra land in order to... You have to use an extra land to keep it on the battlefield once it comes in. But it's still a really good card. And Daddy, I think that you did good. I think we did very, very good. Kaiba, I think that was probably the best episode of Dollarama Draws of Destiny we've had in months. Yay! I am so good. I am the bestest ever. So good. Give me the love forever. Okay. Now take me home and give me my meat sticks. Yes, my love. Are you going to sign out? Okay. I'll do the sign out now. And then you film the meat stick part afterwards. Hoomans, I hope you guys enjoyed the last episode of the Dollarama Draws of Destiny. And I hope that you guys think that I am the bestest at card pulling. And you should tell Daddy that he's not the bestest, that I'm the bestest. And that this was fun to see. And I enjoyed doing this with you all. And Daddy loves this series very, very much. And he's glad that you guys have enjoyed it. And yeah. Okay. I think that's good. So, much love to you. And give my 4 friends that you have at home some love too, please. And have a good day. And thank you for watching. And I love you forever. Okay? Bye. Yes, I promised you a bonus. Yeah. There you go. Are you good? Thanks for your help.